Hey everyone, hope you're all doing alright. Over the past few months we've been drip fed little bits of information about Battlefield 2042, and today I kind of wanted to go over everything, put it all into one place, so we can actually see the scale of what we've been shown so far. The first part of the video is going to be factual information, and then for the second half I think I'll do a little bit about all the speculation and everything like that, what could be coming to us. So obviously, starting off at the beginning, we know that the Frostbite engine is what's being used for 2042. It's going to be a multiplayer only with no campaign, and in addition there's going to be no offline mode. It's all going to be online multiplayer only. But in terms of the story, it's going to be similar to how Warzone does it, where every season there comes an update to the ongoing story, which could be cool, but you're having to wait then for a bit of progression on the story, but I guess it does mean there's going to be a bit more longevity to the franchise. In terms of player sizes, you've got 128 players on next-gen consoles and PC who can all cross-play with each other. PC and the next-gen consoles can actually opt out from playing together. And then you've got 64 players for a match on PS4 and Xbox One, and therefore you're going to have smaller maps, but PS4 and Xbox One players can all play with each other. They can't play with PC, PS5 or Xbox Series X and S players. In terms of cross progression, it's been confirmed that your unlocked progress and purchases in your PlayStation copy, for example, will transfer over to the Xbox or PC version and vice versa. So if you've progressed your character and your weapons on Xbox, you can then transfer that over to the PC version or the Xbox. The squad sizes are going to be the usual 4-man squad, and obviously they've made a big deal about this. You can change your weapon attachments on the fly in the middle of a match, which is cool in my opinion. If you're a new player to the franchise and you just want to get a feel for the game, there's been a big deal about this. You can play with or against only bots, or if you're in an area where you're struggling to fill a server, the game will automatically fill the lobby with bots until the server is full of actual players, and I think there's a limit on how many bots there can be on a match. I think it's like 8 to 12 or something like that. And in terms of the bots, they can't use traits and specialities, but they can use the vehicle call-in system, and they're smart enough to decide to capture objectives, flank around, throw grenades, and even revive teammates. So artificial intelligence, there you go. As I said, they can call in vehicles, but so can you. You can call in vehicles at any time on your in-game tablet, and you can also call in the Ranger robot dog on your tablet, but helicopters and planes will only be deployed from the deploy screen. So if we've got the robot dog, I wonder how many other things you can call in from your tablet. The vehicles that they're going to be giving us, in the main game at least, are going to be these here. I'll give you a second to look at those. And in and around the map, capture points are now separated into sections. So you'd have to capture both points in the section to claim that section as your own, which they've said eliminates a little bit of the backwards and forwards that you'd usually get in a conquest match. They've confirmed as well that destruction and levolution is back, and there's going to be interactive elements like the zip lines. Obviously we saw that in the trailer. Raising and lowering bridges, moving shipping containers with a crane to block off the flanks. Basically going back to everything Battlefield is good for. So for the maps, you're going to have Kaleidoscope, Manifest, Orbital, which has a rocket which could have a successful launch or a failed launch. You've got Discarded, Renewal, Hourglass, Breakaway, which apparently is 5.9 kilometers squared. A ridiculous size for a map. I'm so excited to see that. So obviously 7 maps, and then we've got all of the remade maps that are going to be in Portal. And the specialists that we know about, Assault, Engineers, Support and Recon, all have their own unique gadgets, which the unique gadgets are locked to the specific specialists, so not all of the players can get whatever gadget they want. But all of the weapons in the game are not locked like they used to be to the particular specialist, so you can use any primary weapon that you want. Also, they have confirmed that you can have more than one of the same specialist in your squad, which is cool. So those are the 4 specialists that we know about, but we do know there's going to be 10. And we haven't had verbal confirmation or written confirmation of this yet, but There is potentially another 5th one that we know about, which looks like an ability for hacking. Let's hope that isn't like a prelude to all of the cheaters that might be in the game. So for the assault player that we know about, you're going to have the nimble ability and the grapple hook. There's also going to be the S21 pistol, which gives the specialist the ability to revive down teammates from a distance. So you literally shoot the pistol and it revives them at half health. But that specialist also gets the defib machine, which revives the player at full health, but obviously you need to be on top of them to revive them. There's also going to be the SG36 sentry, which is a specialist that allows the player to deploy an AI sentry turret, and what they say is the closer you stand to the turret, the more effective it is. And for the recon class, specialist, you get a recon drone, which reveals enemies to you. Basically, as long as the player is running around and making a noise, I suppose, that's gonna pop up to you. And the little recon drone can shoot darts at them as well. So whether that puts them to sleep or it's a poison dart, who knows. Wingsuits, which again is tied to a specialist. And apparently on the biggest map, which is Breakaway, you can literally glide from the top of a skyscraper on the west side of the map all the way to the stadium on the east side of the map. So that's a lot of flight time. In terms of the battle pass, they've confirmed there's going to be a free and a paid for battle pass, but the paid for battle pass is more about cosmetics, which in my opinion is great because it doesn't leave anything meta behind a paywall. That's the right way of doing a battle pass in my opinion. Hazard Zone, they've said it's not going to be a battle royale, nor does the game support any type of battle royale. So I guess they're moving on from the battle royale scene and giving us a new high stakes game mode, which I'm really looking forward to finding out what it is. There's a video coming out soon on the 15th to show us what that is probably, so we'll just have to wait and see. In terms of the gameplay, when you ADS, a compass pops up. That's what we've been confirmed so far. And a little bit like previous Battlefield games, when an enemy gets close enough to you and they're in your FOV, a red symbol pops up showing their specialist type, their name, and the distance they are away from you. But one thing I forgot to mention about the recon specialist with the drone, as I said, it's movement based, but it has an indicator like, I don't know if you've played Warzone, it's a bit like high alert. So this recon drone is telling you if there's somebody running up behind you by giving you an on-screen indicator, a bit like high alert. More gameplay then, sliding is returning, but they said it's not going to be like the slide spam in Warzone, so we'll have to wait and see on that. In my opinion, they're going to give you a cooldown on it, or make you not as mobile as whatever. We don't know much about Hazard Zone, but what we do know, DICE have said the choices that you make in terms of what you and your squad choose to bring with you is one of great importance. So that makes me think you'll deploy with your chosen specialist, and maybe you'll only get the choice of one specialist per team, and maybe your custom loadout, a bit like the loadout system in Warzone. So again, Hazard Zone, we're going to have to wait until the 15th. Maybe they're going to show us something a bit more detailed about that. For the leveling up and progression, you can unlock any hardware for any guns while you're playing as any specialist. And then DICE has partnered with Nvidia, Xbox, Logitech, WD Black and Polaris for the creation of Battlefield 2042. So maybe PC and Xbox might actually see some features that are only available to them. Who knows? For Battlefield Portal, I've already made a video about that and you can watch that here. In terms of the anti-cheat, they haven't gone into details. This is still to come, but it's looking very, very likely that there's going to be an anti-cheat. We've got the system requirements, which are here, but obviously you've got to take this with a pinch of salt because these system requirements were only given to the people for the playtest. This could change by launch. We'll have to see. And that's pretty much everything we know so far about Battlefield 2042. Everything factual anyway. Obviously there's been a few leaks, a few pictures that people are speculating about, like this one, where people are speculating that Hazard Zone or the non-pats come from London and maybe there's going to be a London map or something like that. Very excited to see a bit more about that. And I think what we're going to do now, we're going to do the results for the giveaway, and we're going to do it in this video, so I'll show you. Here we go. Alright, so here we go then. The results from my competition from my last video. This is my dog Lenny. He's going to say congratulations to whoever wins. Woof from him. So I've got the names of all of the people that took part in this. I'm just going to copy them into this here, the random name picker, and off we go. Let's find out who's going to win this one. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. And the winner is Gin Vodka. Well done, Gin Vodka. Well done. I'll be in touch with you very shortly on the comment you left on the last video, and I'll tell you how you can claim your prize. Congratulations to you. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Toodaloo.